I'm done now. Oh, yeah, man. Try to get it back for me.
I got you.
Come on, George, get the rim! That's a rim!
Nice. What we gotta do put on for the community? I'm on that. Nah. You're not gonna keep doing that.
Good D.
Oh my God!
Alley-oop.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. We've got Alperen Şengün, Dylan Brooks out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Ball, and it's Thompson in at the two-guard spot. And for the Knicks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Achua is out there with Robinson. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Hart in at the three spot. And you look at how these teams match up, Clark. The guard positions boasting plenty of talent.
And you think about it, Kevin, the skill level of today's players arguably at an all-time high. But nothing like guard skills to help you put on a show.
So the Rockets win the tip. Brunson against Ball. Shoots over Brunson. Robinson pulls it in. Brunson against Ball. Brunson kicks to DiVincenzo. There's the pass to Achua. Brunson with it. Shot clock at 6. Got a hand on it. And they'll get another chance. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the 76ers. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Ball really confident even amongst the big fellas inside, which is why he's able to draw these fouls.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That's good from Ball.
Well, I tell you, I like Ball's mental makeup for such a young guy. Plays with patience and the wisdom of a 10-year vet, and he produces in every area.
And so he makes both from the line.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Hart against Brooks. About 1 minute into the first quarter. With the drive, here's Şengün. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks.
Defense on top of Şengün inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
Greg, you spent your first 4 seasons playing in New York. What's that like?
When the Knicks are winning, Kevin, there is no place you'd rather be. The fans are incredibly smart, loyal, and they'll treat you like a king. But no doubt that media pressure is for real.
Brooks misses.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Out to Brunson. Lobbed up there for Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Brooks against Hart. Pass to Eason. It's hauled in by Achua.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Ball against Brunson. And Hart has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they didn't want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Hartenstein's checked in for the Knicks. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Here's Brooks. Some solid defense from Robinson.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Hart kicks to Brunson. New York moving it around. And here is Hart. You saw him with 19 points his last outing. That ties the game.
Getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Now here's Brooks. Thompson outside. Over Hart. Another miss by Houston. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. DiVincenzo against Brooks. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
So both teams making some changes here. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Knicks. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
Well, I think for New York, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Now here's Green. 9-point game his last outing. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
2 minutes.
The Knicks with the lead.
2 minutes.
Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Burks' shot is good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Green against Burks to end the run, and it's blocked. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Hart the pass to Hartenstein. And Hart has it in the corner. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Rockets trail by 4. On the wing, Green. Rebounded by McDermott.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Here's McBride. Off target at the rim. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential to put a stop to this run. And the best way to do it is by great execution.
Passes to Burks. There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. That's tipped. Green against Burks. Green in the post. And it's all evened up. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Green is so agile. Even when Jalen has the ball in his hands, he can outrun a lot of guys.
Now here's McDermott. 9-point game his last outing. Shoots. Connects. The jumper drops.
McDermott. Knicks lead 10-8.
A Good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Knicks lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Now the Knicks with it. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
So on the floor for Houston, Whitmore is out there with Thompson. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Ball in at the shooting guard. Now here's Ball. 9 points last game out. Here's Whitmore. Down to 5 on the shot clock. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And so it's New York with it. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. You know, Jalen Brunson, for the NBA at least, is small in stature. His tremendous footwork enables him to operate inside and out. He says, I've tried to make my game for what I had as versatile as possible. I've got to be crafty. I'm not jumping out of the gym. I'm not racing down the floor in 2 seconds. But I'm going to keep you off balance. Kevin?
Oh, I love his game. David, I know you do as well. Hey, thank you.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And players and coaches want a consistent whistle, Clark. Isn't that harder, though, when minor contact can be called a foul?
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but I do think the officials do a great job. At the NBA level, there's more latitude for physical contact. These are the best players in the world. They're also the most athletic and the strongest players in the world. So giving them room, and I think the officials do a great job of officiating the game the way it should be. And I understand the cry about consistency, but remember now, the officials, much like the players, coaches, and broadcasters, they too are human.
Eason against Brunson. Shot by Eason, no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
Burks' shot is good.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
14-8.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Thompson with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. And he makes that one.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Now here's Brunson. He has yet to score. Shoots over VanVleet. Brunson, no good. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 4, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
Now here's Burks. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Not going to go that time. Brunson against VanVleet. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Sengun. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
That is what Sengun brings this team. The ability to turn misses into makes, doing the dirty work down low.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Time to make some noise for your Knicks City Dancers.
Houston Houston making a switch. Brooks checked in. And checking out some numbers for Dante DiVincenzo. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Brunson kicks to Burks. Şengün against Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Burks can't get it to go.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Back to Thompson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. For New York, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Brunson. 11 feet out, and he hits it. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
The Rockets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to Şengün. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's DiVincenzo. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Since his college days, DiVincenzo's really refined his handle. That's a sweet move right there.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
The Rockets making a switch here.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Brunson. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Now here's Brooks, still yet to score. Ball finds Brooks. A putback, great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Brunson the pass to McBride. That shot off the mark. Great tee that time from Green. Trying to get open is Brooks. Here's Bassey. Knicks with the rebound. Here's McBride. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Hard against Brooks. Now, here's Hart. He's covered closely. Here's Hartenstein. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Ball. And he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, that was not as easy as he made it look. That was a tough shot. Great take by Ball and make.
Ball against Brunson. And there's the pass to McDermott. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
And he knocks down the first one.
Doug McDermott, a solid teammate because he embraces whatever his team asks of him, and he's a consistent perimeter threat.
Whitmore, he's checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Ball. And McDermott drops them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
So here's Van Vliet. No scoring in this one. Pass to Whitmore. Releases. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Brunson. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And a close game so far for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks out front. They lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Coach. This team is still developing. What do they need to do to really reach their max?
Just keep working every day. Give maximum effort, great concentration, and play to win. Make winning plays.
Sounds simple, but I know it's not, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even.
And they kept it close, trailing by, at the most, 4 points. And so far, they're out in front, but not by much as we head into the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Knicks.
The bench unit was an essential part of the puzzle. They really stepped it up in a big way, and that helped out. And now the starters can appreciate not having to carry the load on their own.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, they're just not creating enough scoring opportunities, and they're pretty lucky they're not trailing by 15. They need to play more unselfishly, work for better spacing, go stronger to the basket.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. So it's New York now. 4-point game. Jalen Brunson out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Achua in at the 4. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. The Knicks have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
At the line, 2 shots.
The throw drops for DiVincenzo.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Rockets trail by 5. Inside, defended by DiVincenzo, and that one good. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
Timing and athleticism. That's how Thompson won himself the second opportunity.
DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Driving inside.
But he just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Sengun is a hard player to get a handle on. Pretty unpredictable, which makes him hard to guard without fouling.
Rockets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
and 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
You can almost see the hunger and focus in the eyes of Alperen Sengun. I mean, this guy completely locked in on doing as much as he can for his team when he's out there.
He hits the second from the line. And a minute played as the second half gets going. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Knicks are one of the most efficient offensive teams in the league, and that, of course, starts with getting the right looks. Coach Tom Thibodeau says we know what the value shots are. If you don't have one, how can you help create one? Whether that's attacking the rim, screen off the ball, do things that can help us create the shots that have high value. Kevin?
Yeah, a disciplined approach. David, thanks. Here's DiVincenzo. Following the score by Houston. Hart trying to get open. Here's Robinson. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch later. Robinson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
27-21.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And Ball slams it in.
Never lacking for sizzle in his game. That was a sweet move from Ball right there.
Now DiVincenzo. He has 7. Robinson up top. Sengun covering. Brunson, good.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. They trail by 6. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Now here's Brooks. Hasn't made one yet. Sengun, no good. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Hart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. And now an 8-point New York lead.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Burks, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here also for Houston. Green's checked in. Pass to Sengun. Over Robinson. Sengun with the bucket. Sengun's got 5 points in the quarter.
Sengun showing his touch there. That's a tough spot for a big.
Burks with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Over Green. Burks can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 6. Outside, Ball. Collects the 2-pointer near the hoop. Ball's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Deadly in the pick and roll. LaMelo Ball can do anything out of that particular set. This time calling his own number.
Here's Robinson. Robinson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
There's Green with the 3. It's rebounded by New York. To the middle, here's Burks. Eason grabs the board.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Thompson misses. The Knicks leading by 6. Up top, Hart. Sengun covering. Hart the pass to Robinson. Over Thompson. Robinson misses. Rockets have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Shot by Eason, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Ball against Brunson. That one goes. Count it. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
Really impressive touch for such a young player. Ball finessed that one right in there.
New York takes timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Houston making some changes. Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. Whitmore comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Thompson. Here's McBride. Scoreless thus far. VanVleet against Brunson. Shoots from the baseline. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Rockets trail by 6. Cloak loose. He kicks it to Green. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Misses from short range.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Brunson, good.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Over to the wing. Deep 2 from Ball. And so it's the New York Knicks in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. The wings, Green and Brooks. Then there's Whitmore. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Landale in at the 5 down low.
Oh, man. When Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
The Knicks leading by 6. Got a piece of it. And here is Green. Brooks outside. Shoots over DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that lead.
It's trailed by 8. Here's Whitmore. Takes it inside, and that one is good.
Impressive strength from Whitmore, battling the contact.
For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's McBride, covered by VanVleet. McBride's shot is off.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
He just powered that one.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Hartenstein. New York moving it around. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Jock Landale. Tari Eason comes in for Whitmore. And it's Thompson in for Green. New York leading by 4. Now here's DiVincenzo. Five on the clock. Launches from deep. New York, no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Now here's Thompson. To the inside. Şengün. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And the Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
Here's DiVincenzo. Over to the left wing. Here's McBride. New York, no good that time either. The Rockets trail. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge. And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
McBride's shot is off. And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Now here's Van Vliet. Defense is right there.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
New York calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, LaMelo Ball.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he's put in to get himself open.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this. Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys."
Thanks, David. Free throw good. Hart.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
And Hart drops them both.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Down low, here's Şengün. Basket counts. Şengün's got 10 points in just the second half.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Şengün.
Now, here's a short. DiVincenzo kicks to Brunson. Drills the three-pointer. Brunson's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
Nerves never show through. Brunson as calm and cool as they come down the stretch.
Ball against Brunson. Ball no good. For New York, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Hart, no good. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Houston Rockets. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And Thompson kicks the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Melo is such a skilled and crafty ball handler. He's a guy that can take over a game simply with his raw skill.
At the line, 2 shots.
It's the first, and that gives them the lead.
And this is who Ball is, a guy that embraces getting fouled and wanting to step it up for his team.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
DiVincenzo passes to Achua. And here's Brunson. He's covered by Thompson. Brunson kicks to Robinson. 5 to shoot. Here's Hart. Excellent D there from Ball.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Now here's Brunson. Good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Showing time and time again he is comfortable being that first option. Brunson delivering in the clutch.
Ball the pass to Şengün. Good.
And that is a gigantic shot from Alperen Şengün, showing he can be counted on in the clutch.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 3. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Let me hear you once again. Come on, fans. Stand up. Make some noise.
29 seconds left in the game. Now Brunson. Bobbed up there for Robinson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Got to be. Good play defensively. And they go to the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it. Shoot 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Brooks knows what's at stake here. No time to panic. Just give this everything you've got.
And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Brunson going inside. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And I like seeing Brunson drive inside. Good at just keeping the pressure on the defense.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. LaMelo Ball. At the line. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Achua, and the 3 off target. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.